I grew up in a small village in Africa, surrounded by hills and rivers. It was the kind of place where everyone knew everyone, and stories were told around fires at night. One story, in particular, was told over and over: never take a stone out of the village. The elders said the stones belonged to the land. They weren't just rocks, they were part of the village's spirit. If a stone left, bad things would follow the person who took it until it was returned. It sounded like one of those tales adults told to scare kids, and honestly, I never believed it. Until it happened to me. A few years ago, I moved to the city for school. The day I left, I packed a small bag with clothes and a few keepsakes, including a smooth, grey stone I'd found near the river as a kid. I'd always thought it was pretty, and I wanted something from home with me. At first, everything was fine. City life was noisy, busy, and exciting. But after a week, strange things started happening. It began with the dreams. Every night, I'd see the stone in my mind. In the dreams, it wasn't just a stone, it felt alive, like it was watching me. I'd wake up drenched in sweat, the sound of whispers still echoing in my ears. Then my things started going missing. First, it was my wallet, then my keys. I'd find them in odd places, under the bed, in the fridge, or stuffed inside my shoes. I thought I was just stressed or distracted. But then one night, the whispers came while I was awake. I was lying in bed when I heard it, a soft, raspy voice coming from my bag. I froze, too scared to move, but the sound didn't stop. It was like it was calling me, pulling me toward it. The next morning, I unpacked my bag, and there it was, the stone, sitting at the bottom. I don't know how, but it felt heavier than before. I picked it up, and for a moment, it felt like it was pulsing, like it had a heartbeat. That's when I remembered the story. I tried to brush it off. I told myself it was just a rock, that the whispers and dreams were in my head. But the more I ignored it, the worse things got. My grades started slipping. My friends stopped talking to me. And then, one night, my apartment caught fire. I barely made it out. As I stood on the street, watching the flames consume everything I owned, I knew I couldn't ignore it anymore. The next morning, I caught a bus back to the village. I didn't tell anyone why I was coming, I just walked straight to the river where I'd found the stone years ago. I knelt down, placed it back where it belonged, and whispered, "I'm sorry." The moment I let go, it felt like a weight lifted off my chest. The air around me seemed to shift, and for the first time in weeks, I felt calm. I haven't taken a stone out of the village since. And I never will.